Guys, here we are back at work. I got the door open. You know it's raining here in Georgia right now. It's Saturday. It is the 2nd of May. That's right, the 2nd of May. And I do have a lot of stuff that I need to get done. And I need to get to it. That's right, I need to get to it. The goats said, I ain't coming out to eat today. I will feed them later some grain. So, because they have not been out. And them babies are finding more ways to get out of the fence than I have to say. So, I need to get hold of my buddy and get about at least 30 more, the ones that match the most and the best shape, 30 more panels. Why? Because this whole wire fence that was destroyed by the hurricane, that's going this way, you can't see, is all going to be with cattle panel. And I find it's easier. And when one needs to go, I just take it off and put a new one on. It's much easier than buying $300, $400 of 100 fencing to put back there. And of course, I have a guy, thank you, does wells here in Waynesboro, who gives me the pallet. So guys, I have no shame. Okay, I have no shame. So let's get to work. Let's see if I can get this up here and back here so you can see what I'm actually doing. So one of the things that I make is dog bandanas. I make several kind. I make the kind with the elastic, kind without the elastic. Not the kind that ties around their neck, the kind that slip over their collars. So right now we're doing the bandanas that have elastic collar. So everything's in place. I got this all lined up. I have changed the thread because a lot of you say, Donna, you shouldn't use white on red. I don't like doing it because I like to see my stitch. But I'm all good. I'm also going to put this on the floor because you all say, you know, you should have that on the floor. Too many accidents can happen. I don't know what kind. But that's nor here or there, right? I don't like the way it feels with my feet. I'm sorry. But I'm going to give it a try. So no worries. Right? No worries. It's on. The light's on. We're in good position here. So let's get to it. I'm trying to get it so you can see what I'm doing. Like I said, with my foot, I'm not as accurate as if I want when I have it up here next to me. And I do kind of all right, now I'm gonna turn it. Kind of doing it slow so you can see. So there's no worries. Here we go. We're going to now bring it across. We want to make sure. I think it needs to be a little closer. Maybe one. That's probably a little. Never mind. Like I said, I'm very accurate with my hands. That's not too bad. So I can fix that later. Well, you know what? I am going to fix that now. It's just bothering me. I mean, just is. All right. Ow. I'll bring that back down. There we go. There we go. I'm going to bring it back. Never hurts to double anything. So, perfect. My measurement is going, I do trim that off, so don't think I'm leaving all that material. Alright, so we have this done. I'm gonna cut this up red on red. On red. I think it's just too much. Anyway, so this part is done. I'll get that white off there. And it's inside out. So I'm going to do like, you know, like the little cut, chip, you know, all that nice stuff. Like this here. But I don't want to cut the material. That is my little iron telling me it's going to turn off because I haven't used it in a bit, which is fine. So I trimmed that up a little bit. I'm going to trim this side up just a little bit. This is why I give myself that extra material. You just don't know what may happen. There you go. There's this side. Now, normally I have sewn this before I sew anything else. And I didn't do it this time. But there's a reason for that. So don't worry. We're going to take this off here. Now is the time that I'm going to flip it. So I'm going to take this out and I'm going to start flipping it from this side. Going to pull it. Let's see. I can't find the thing. It wasn't meant for it, but it had a soft, rounded end. And I can't find it to, you know, poke in and get, you know, get that all taken care of. Shame, right? So we're going to put the little clip back on it as well. Because, you know, this doesn't stay open. You know that, right? Okay. Just making sure. Now, this is a large. And, so I'm going to, forgive me. This is a large for large German Shepherds, Mastiffs, Border Collie. No, not Collies. Any large breed dog, even some pit bulls can be petite, and some can be pretty big. So these are that size dog. And so, of course, after I'm done, I washed them because, you know, it has my measuring mark on there. And I'm going to turn my iron back on here because we're going to turn you this way. And you can see right here. Come on. I want it all nice and pretty. I'm going to put it right back. I'm going to put everything the way it was so you can see it. Oh, don't be picky. Alright, so it didn't take long to hit the desired temperature because it's been on. And I'm going to iron it. I'm going to make it look good. Right in. So, there's no white thread in this, but I seem to have white thread everywhere. Alright, so, I don't know how that happened. So, you know, dogs wear these. They have fun. They tear them up. They have a good time. So, and you want them to be festive. Now, this is the large one. Now, after this, all right, we take this, and I have plenty. And I usually make this the length, 14 inches, same length as this. There's a reason why, because you know it's got to be a scrunchie. It's got to be like a scrunchie. So, then I'm going to cut off this white on the end. Then I'm going to do it again. I don't waste any of my material, and there's a good reason for it. I try not to throw any of it away. So here it is. We're going to do our mark, right? This is just not these I can make out of these. You know that, right? So we're going to take my thing here. We're going to mark it just like that. And then we're going to measure it. And I just had that in my hand. Oh, see, when I'm working, my room's a mess, but I want it to be a mess for a reason. So here we go. We got this. You want this to be 2 inches. Okay, but this is a large. So, should I make it bigger? No. You can maybe do it 2.5 inches if you want. Give yourself some extra room. Right? Some extra room. That's what you want. And that's what you should do. So we're going to do 2.5 inches. This mark really does wash out, so don't worry. It's a pin. So then we're going to take this right back here. We're going to do 2.5 on this side, so we know we got it right. Right? Then we're going to go across this way. And you're going, well, we know this, Donna. We know this. Yeah, I know you know this. But sometimes these little videos that people do, they don't realize. I have to double check if this doesn't look right. That's. Well, it does say it's okay. That's 2.5. Let's try it over here again. That's, why did it look like? Oh, okay. Thank God I double checked, guys. Thank God. All right, just a little off. So now we're going to go back to here. And we're going to go right straight across. You're like, isn't it going to leave a mark? It might, but I'm going to wash it, remember? I do it very light. I don't push with the pen, just very lightly. Ta-da. I'll put that there. We're going to bring out our scissors. Now, I just got a Mother's Day gift from my son. Came from Walmart. I'm not afraid to say it. We don't have the material stores we used to have. I'm sorry to say. But it's a sewing kit over here. It's a little box. It comes with scissors. It comes with anything. Basically, it's a starter kit. You're not wasting too much money. You're just fine. So here we go. We're going to take this. We're going to fold it this way. Right? We're going to take that iron. And we're going to do this with it. See, you understand why it doesn't matter about the marker? Because I'm going to sew right on top of it. So, all right. I want to make sure. I love this little iron. I have to say, I have a big one too, but I love this little iron. And then we're going to put it back on this little holding dot. Love that. Here we go. So we're going to sew it, and we're going to make it nice and pretty. Don't worry, we're not done yet. I got to make several of these. I'll give you all a break. So we're going to pull the thread back this way, because somebody asked me. My thread just kept getting tangled up in it. Well, it happens. All right, that's down. Gotta get used to that foot. And I promised that I would try. I kind of go a little farther in my back and forwards because that's the weakest link of the sewing. So just to let you know. Now, the reason I'm not really, oh, you didn't see that, but you got to Jeff. Oh, you did see it. So, you kind of figure, I'm not editing this because I want you to see every step. There's a lot of them out there that would literally doesn't show you all the in-betweens. And I think if you want to do something for the first time, and I always take my time with my projects. I'm not someone who, like, whips them out. Boom, boom, boom. Now, everyone goes, that's tight. You're going to be able to get that turned around like that. I am. Believe me, I am. It takes a bit, but I am. So, this is the kind of cool part, though. I have to think back because I've messed this up so many times. And put elastic on the outside. Yeah, elastic on the inside. And then, I'm trying to think how I did this before. See, I discovered it by accident. Because you put it in and sew it. No, because when you pull it out, you're going to have it on the outside. So you want to sew this, right, on inside. But, you know, people got those tubes, and they do that too. I tried that. That's not me either. So I'm going to get some elastic, right? It's right over here. Scissors and elastic and all that fun stuff. What did I just do with all that elastic? Stamps. I just bought a ton of elastic. Patterns. Blues. Alright, I'm a little short for this part. Alright. I know, I'm wearing a cruising sweatshirt. Alright, what did I do with all that elastic? I just bought, oh, here we go. So this is where a lot of people go, how long do you measure this with? And some, because you make it the same length. No. You want to take this, right? You want to bring it down almost, because this is for a large, not quite, whatever you feel comfortable with. And then you want to cut it. All right. That's how I measure. Everyone, y'all can measure any way you want, just like this. And then so what I'm going to do now, this is going to be so difficult, I'm telling you, because I got to trim some of this extra off on the outside, because we don't want it to get tangled up. And I've watched a lot of people's videos. They send me, have you ever done this? Have you ever done that? But when I try, it doesn't come out right. There's something missing. Or they're playing it to music and they use their fingers. They do this and boom, they show you the next thing. Guys, I don't do that. I don't. I wouldn't do that. So, let me get, I do have, all right, so I normally, actually, I am working on it, guys. Let me turn you. Sorry about that. Like I said, I moved things around so I can get some projects done. And the rod that I use to go and get all the things, I use for this. And that's what I use. I would literally do that. And this isn't working. So that's not good. This is interesting. This is all big it needs to be. And I think I messed up. So I'm going to keep this because I believe I can find that tool. But I will redo another measure. I have plenty of material, right? And what I'm going to do here is, see, I don't edit this. I want you to see that I make mistakes. That I make mistakes. And I want you all to know I make mistakes. And that's so important to me that you all know that I make mistakes. Because I'm not perfect. I don't plan to be perfect. I'm a human. It does hurt when I make a sewing mistake, but I'm not going to throw that away. I have to find that and then push it through. That's as simple as that. So this is 3 inches. 3 inches, not 2.5. Oh, and everyone goes, why don't you use those? I'll be honest, I have like 6 pairs. People buy them, send them to me. I thank you very much. I just can't use them. I'm going to be honest. I can't. I've tried. I can't. Man, I am so sorry that I just can't. I tried, and you've all seen me do it. So, we're going to do something a little different. This is something I've done in the past. This is not a bad thing, guys. This is actually pretty good. There I go. I just creased it. Then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to do the same thing and put some material underneath of it because I am pressing kind of hard. There we go. And put that there. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. You can clip it if you feel comfortable clipping. All right? You can clip it. That's nor here or there. You go ahead and do what's comfortable for you. Now, this is where this lovely trick comes in, right? I want to make it just, that's perfect. That's perfect. You can't get anything less than. So what I do is I fold this over and I do clip this in. I do. And I clip it because that end will be sewed. And then I will work the rest of it down. Now, there may be a little other secret that I use if I still have them in here, but I don't have them all tied up with another project, is a safety pin. You can it's easier to work the material down. Okay, there we go. We have this once again. It is very hot. See? No problems, no issues. There we go. Put it back in its holding dot. We're going to turn back this way to the sewing machine. We're going to bring it over. And what we're going to do is we're going to sew this. This is going to be the back and forward part right here. And this is sometimes I might have to change the foot. Because it is a thick piece of elastic. And you've known me to be in the past hand sew that. Alright, so we want to lift this up. We want to make sure our thread is tight. So that was pretty simple, wasn't it? Don't think you have to throw something away, think you messed up really bad, and you didn't, guys. You didn't. Well, you want to feel the elastic, and you want to make sure you're not sewing that. Now, some people don't use this thick elastic, and a dog, it's a bird, a dog, they just said, you know, it's not cost effective. But if this is a big dog, this is a big dog, you want it to be strong. You just do. And bring this over, grab the scissors, cut that. There you go. There we go. That's the way it's supposed to look like. There is the there we go. There we go. And we want to then make it come through. I'll get this so you can see what I'm doing. Sorry about that. So there's the pin. Yay. This will be a little tight, guys. Don't worry. Then we just do this. And keep doing it. And we keep doing it. All right. Come on. And sometimes it's a little easier than you think. You want to make sure you get that, not at the end, but like really good in there. Because that pin can come off. And you don't want to lose your leverage on the elastic. So here we go. There it is. Boom. So we want to trim this up. You don't want to lose that. Remember that. So here we go. This is the Mickey. So you want to bring this other end here. And there it is. So you want the Mickeys kind of going. That's another trick. You want them to kind of go in the same direction. I made that mistake many times. A lot of people never really noticed it. But I'm going to tell you, one day I did. So we're going to go back over here. We're going to, we got this ironed. What we're going to do is we're going to iron it. We want it creased just like that. That's how we want it, just like that. You can make this in or less as much as you want. Okay, there's a reason for why I'm doing this. You want it to be just like that. Once again, that crease is important. At least in how I do things. So now we have this. Perfect, right? That's important. Perfect. That's right. So that's cool. So when doing this, we're going to take this piece, because remember they got to be in the same direction. So we're going to take the needle out, or let me say this out, put it back in my little container here, and we're going to then sew this, and we're going to put it underneath the needle so you can see what I'm doing. I forgot to do my thing, guys. Sorry about that. It happens a lot. Sometimes you have to don't listen. Okay. Sometimes this is not a new sewing machine. And I put my sewing machines through a workout. Okay, I'm still trying to find a place that will fix that one. And what's wrong with the other one? Well, I'm going to tell you, it's just not grabbing. One day I changed the bobbin, and the needle goes down, but it's not grabbing. It's not grabbing the thread. That's not good. You can't sew like that. So I have done everything it says to fix it, and nothing's happened. And I'm like, I'm confused. So I've been trying to find, and the owner keeps saying Statesboro. I'll drive down there and drop it off. Problem is they don't return my calls. So the one that used to be in Evans in Augusta, he retired. Gentleman retired. So not really much I can do about that. So we're gonna get back to this. We're gonna put this down. And we're gonna then make it go backwards. Really nice and slow, no big deal. Lift it up. Sometimes to loosen up that thread, you gotta move that handle. Alright, so here we are. This is it. It's sewed, it's not going anywhere. You make sure your Mickeys are all going in pretty much the same direction. I know these Mickeys aren't on this material, but you want to match that up as best as you can. So here we go. This is it. So what happens, you will see here in a minute. So here we go. I'm going to now sew it. I do put it in there quite a bit because I don't want it to come out. Dogs can be you know, they can be tough. So we want to put that in there, line that up. We want to line that up nice and pretty. Put that in there. This is going to be thick. I did not change my shoe to a walker foot. Probably should, but I didn't. Alright, so we want to keep on going. We don't want to leave that open. We want to keep on going. And then we're going to turn it. And we're going to bring it down because we're going to give it another source. Right? Now we're going to turn it again, but we're not going to turn it again because we got the other side to do. We're going to turn it again. I just want to play with you. So I want to bring the needle down till it goes back inside. Lift up the foot. All right. A lot of people get nervous when they make these projects. There's no need to. No need to. So look how nice and clean that is. And you are making it stronger. So I want to put this foot down. I probably could have went a little closer, but it's okay. I leave the needle down in the material. That helps guide me as well. So as I sew, my needle meets the thread. That's my perfect measurement. That's how that's important to me. My perfect measurement. And sometimes it's not so perfect. Just remember that. Sometimes it's not so perfect. Now, here we go with that elastic band. Now we want, I know you're going, what, really? So what we're going to do is we're going to, now you can take this off. You don't have to do it like me. So I'm going to just let you know, you can take this off. The goats are saying, I hear Mom. It's not raining, and I hear Mom. So I want to make sure it's all in the same category, guys. Yep, they're right up there. So I took this in quite a bit. Once again, this is about this much showing. Hi, ladies. Oh, they're coming out through the back gate because it needs to be fixed, and they know they can. All right. And then I'm going to push it backwards. All right, I'm going to go forward because I'm going to turn it again. And I'm going to go this way just a little bit. Then I'm going to turn it again. What? She's going to what? Bring that needle down into the material. That's my guideline. Bring it back down, and here we go. And there we are. Boom. I'm going to show it to you. Sorry, this has been a long video, but I believe you're going to show somebody how you did it. They may be new at it. They may be wanting to make one. Maybe they tried following someone else, and it just didn't come out. And, guys, here we go. Ta-da. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, just let me know. Large dog. I just put them on my goats. Okay. That is for a large dog. This will fit, like I said, anywhere from 40 to 60 pound dog. I have made them bigger for dogs that are big. Very rare do I have to make an extra large, but I do. So once I've done this, I take my clip, right? And then I just put it on there, just like this. Now I'm going to show you to compare. This is my large, right? This This is a small. This is this the small too, or is this a medium? Okay, this is a medium. This is a small. And what the small really means is the width of the neck. So there they go. Ta-da! There you go. There it is, right there. Mickey says hey. Bye, y'all.